Facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Katie York set to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Penix. His first throw is an interception. And the Bears get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This throw is cut. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Working from the gun, Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On is Katie York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now he's York to kick this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action, here's Penix. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. To the air with Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. And again, it's Penix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Space on the right, and he's got room. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
19 Lions. Go.
3rd down, it's Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Penix here from the gun. He's got a man left. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Gervon Dexter escorted him to the ground. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's Penix to throw. Firing one deep for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix now. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. The ball is out! And the Falcons scoop it up!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They start with 2nd and 6. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Let's go now.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go street. Set go.
Penix looking to pass. On target to Musgrave. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Penix finds his back complete. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
He keeps it himself. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him.
Ready.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Charbonnet does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Charbonnet. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons make it a 1-score game in the first half. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, Yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Odunze's got it, right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now Williams. Hits his running back. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Let's go now.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Let's go. Check go.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he makes the Hefs goal. It's a touchdown on the pick six. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. He gets it into the hands of Jalen Cole. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons pushing for a late spark before halftime. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Penix. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
2nd and 15. And they pick him off again. Picked up by Nakobe Dean. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hand off to the back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds a man, right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Groupie sends it through. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Camarda on to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. McBride hauls it in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 40. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He finds space into the red zone. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21. On now is York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action, here's Penix. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Williams. Headed out right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
The Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. First throw for the backup now. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running this one left. Open space inside the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Now here's Wentz. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 17.
On now is York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of... the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Give now to the running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand if thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He's trying to push the field. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you've got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Falcons will take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Simple dive up the middle. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw is Wentz. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Falcons go in nickel to defend this 3rd down play. To throw, Wentz. He has the first over the middle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Wentz to throw. He's going deep this time. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Wentz set to pass. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Falcons have some new life in the fourth.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. He cuts it right. It's a foot race. Into the red zone. And they take this in for the score. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Dicker's extra point, he's up and good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and 4 coming up now. Running it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Another carry for him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action. Here's Penix. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down, it's Penix. He puts some power on a deep one left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
70 range. Warriors, 70. Go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 42. He's got him. That's McBride. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Cade Jordan on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Groupie sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he rips off 8 yards on the final play before our 2-minute warning. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Put the body on the line for his team. All their timeouts left, but they still need a quick score here. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they fake the spike. They're going to throw it. And this was a mess from the start, Brock. They called a fake spike, and he's hit and drop now for the sack. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Finding Davis. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw here on 1st down. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Penix now to throw. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nakobe Dean. So the Bears take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work.